Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Wednesday Night Warrior Ump Mod Series. Dom Santino with you once again here in the booth. We are taking a live look at our about 22 cars here tonight, going around the track here at Lanier, switching it up, going back to our Ump Mods as normal, featured on Wednesday nights. Last week, we took a special week, went to Cedar Lake, and had some big block action. We'll recap that in just a little bit, but before we do that, let's send it on down trackside for our pre-race ceremonies.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network practice session. Finishing up here as we get ready for our show. Cole Basso right now, not on track, but he currently has the fastest time with a 14.120. Go back to the sky cam, give you a view of what's going on around the racetrack. Wrapping up the last few minutes here of our practice session. When we went to Cedar Lake for our big blocks, it was Dustin Griffiths taking the win, with Hamill and Fields rounding out the podium. Fields has been a weekly finisher on the podium. He's finished there every week, but week 2. We are currently in week 5, back with the Ump Mods, as I said in the open. I don't know if we're going to stick with the big blocks. I think there's might be a plan to go switching week on, week off with them, but we will see how that pans out, see what the drivers want to do, see what Roger wants to do. Right now, I know we have our Ump Mods at Lanier, so getting ready to go. Last time we had the Ump Mods on track, it was John Batista taking the win. Looks like practice session's going to wrap up right now. It looks like we are scheduled to have 4 heat races. We'll see how that goes. I'm guessing at least a heat race. Nope, 3 heat races. We'll have 3 heat races. Looks like we are going to have a C and B main. That might change as the night goes on. Getting ready to grid out on the racetrack will be heat race number 1. Here we go. Timing screen not participating. Got it set now, so we'll go down there. We'll get our lineup cam, and we'll show you how they're going to line up here for heat race number 1. On the inside, in the 54 machine, that is Matthew Westfall. On his outside, the 93 of Rory Collins. Row number 2 on the inside, the weekly podium finisher every time for 3 out of the 4 weeks this season, the 66 of Mason Hamill. To his outside, the 112 of Carson Meek. Row number 3 on the inside for Raw Power Motorsports, DSRL, DRN, Tim Sims, General Tires, Wicked Cushion. Raw Power Motorsports from Edmond, Oklahoma. That is the 31 of Roger Wagner. And on his outside, the 90 of Jeff Fitzpatrick. Row number 4 on the inside, the 07 of Jacob Fields. To his outside, the 88 of Garrett Boyd. And that will do it. Or excuse me, it's Fields, the one that's the weekly finisher on the podium, not Hamill. Hamill was on the podium last week. Getting ready to go, though. It's going to be 8 laps to decide this one. See who can go to the show directly. 22 cars. I think eventually everyone but maybe 2 cars are going to make it into the show tonight. Making their way around right off the bat. Matthew Westfall jumps out to the early race lead, battling with Batista. Making their way around. Westfall gets the early race leader. That's Hamill battling with Westfall, my bad. John Batista normally driving the 54 car. That's why I'm saying it's Batista, but instead it's Westfall out there tonight. Let's go on and take a closer look as these two do battle. Matthew Westfall in that 66 machine. That's Mason Hamill in the 66 machine. Matthew Westfall in the 54. We'll go back here to the 3rd place spot. Carson Meek holding off Jacob Fields at the time being. We got a couple of our weekly top contenders here in this first heat race with Hamill and Fields. Working on already 5 laps to go. Coming to 4 to go this time. 4-way battle. Jacob Fields driving his way up here all of a sudden into the mix. Hamill's got the lead. Fields right there behind him, using that inside line, trying to go to the inside of Westfall now. He's got it as they exit the backstretch. They're coming to 2 to go this time. Can Jacob Fields challenge for the heat race win? This is the Edmond Trophy Company heat race number 1. Heading down the backstretch this time into 3 and 4. They'll come out of it to see the white flag in the air. Fields with a big slider through 4. Hamill still got it. 1 lap left to go. Mason Hamill down the backstretch. Can he hold off Jacob Fields and Matthew Westfall? Coming out of turn 4 to take the Edmond Trophy Company heat race number 1 will be Mason Hamill. Matthew Westfall. Jacob Fields jumps up to the 2nd spot. Westfall to 3rd. Then Meek, Fitzpatrick, Boyd, Collins, and Wagner rounding it out there in that first heat race. We will get ready with heat race number 2, getting ready to grid out on the racetrack. This one is going to feature one of your fastest qualifiers. I didn't get to see if he was the fastest at the time. I was checking. I saw his name up there at the top. Don't know if he was able to hold onto it for sure, but we'll get it set. They're already starting to roll, so we'll go with them here. Change the camera view. On the pole here for the School of Sim Racing's heat race number 2 will be the 11 of Cole Basso. To his outside, the 77 of Blaze Baker. Row number 3 for Beware Racing, Superior Builder from Iola, Kansas, the 17 of Buddy Ware. To his outside from Superior, Wisconsin, the 9 of Michael Stenroos. Row number 3 for Royal Sim Sports Edge Racing Designs from Moore, Oklahoma, the 21 of Michael Meek will start 5th. His outside, the 7 of Jaden Wolf. Row 8 for Team Scott King Designs. Scott King Designs, King of Color and Chrome. Telly Like Vet and Fast Wings from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the 118 of Scott King. To his outside for BGI Simsport from Owasso, Oklahoma, and for Night Trips, the 13 of Cody Kelly, and that'll round out heat race number 2. Ready to go as we are underway. Right off the bat, Cole Basso takes the early race lead. We make it through 1 and 2 clean. We'll go back here and take a look back in the field because there's chaos all over the place, almost 3 wide behind Cole Basso. Here they come in, Blaze Baker, Michael Meek in the 2nd and 3rd position right now as they stand. Baker looking to the inside of Meek this time. He's going to tap the inside wall. Good camera angle here as we take a look at the action going around the racetrack. 3 wide this time, diving it on in there is Jaden Wolf in the 07. You got the 07, the 77, and the 17 all doing battle behind Meek. That's Buddy Ware driving his way up there in the 17 machine. Oh, the 07 of Jaden Wolf gets turned a little bit. Blaze Baker going to try to drive back underneath him. Cody Kelly in there. Michael Stender's in as well. Coming to 4 to go, halfway home here in heat race number 2. Let's jump back up front. Let's take a look at your race leader there. He is in the 11 machine. Cole Basso out front by almost 9/10 of a second. Got a very comfortable lead over the rest of the field. Michael Meeks pulled up comfortably into the 2nd place spot. Buddy Ware now holding on to that 3rd place spot. The battle on the racetrack still continues to be right here between Blaze Baker, Jaden Wolf, and Cody Kelly. There goes Baker off the screen. We'll go back to Buddy Ware. Coming to 1 lap to go. White flag in the air for the School of Sim Racing, heat race number 2. The race leader is already down the backstretch, heading into turn 3. Here he'll come out. And to the finish line he comes. Cole Basso will pick up the School of Sim Racing heat race win. Michael Meek 2nd, Buddy Ware 3rd, Blaze Baker 4th, Jaden Wolf 5th, Cody Kelly 6th, Michael Stender 7th, and Scott King in 8th. That will set us up for our 3rd and final heat race of the night. We'll get them ready to go on the racetrack. Show you how they're going to grid out. Starting on the front row for the Scott King Design Heat Race number 3 for GB Restoration and Repair from East Troy, Wisconsin. The 777 of Gary Budzine to his outside for go to stcroix.com from Naugatuck, Connecticut. The 17 of Christopher Monroe. Wrong button. Row number 2 on the inside for BGI Simsports. Paints by Boyd. BGI from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. The 99 of Colby Cooper. To his outside for BGI Simsport, the 2 teammates lining up side by side. For BSB from Junction City, Kansas, the 1 of Jacob Smuts. Row number 2 on the inside, the 156 of Darren Bush. To his outside for UDSRA, Forrest Waggy, I-55 lawyer from St. Louis, Missouri, the 73 of Larry Moody. And rounding it out on the inside in the 20, that's Kanan Batters for the 020. And on his outside for Ruthless Racing, Michael Fleeger Race Car from Bunker Hill, Illinois, Blake Bailey in the 111. Green flag in the air. Here we go. Colby Cooper in the 9 instead of the 99. He's already starting to challenge for that race lead. We're going to go and look as they dive off into 3 and 4 here. Getting a nice close up and personal look. Cooper. Gary Budzine and Jacob Smuts. Thank you to the 3 of you that have already checked in. William, if you haven't caught on already, we are racing the Up Mods. Dean supporting our league president, Roger. And Roger's already coming up with the excuses in the multi-chat. So, Colby Cooper up front. Jacob Smuts in 2nd, and then Gary Budzine in the 3rd spot, followed by Christopher Monroe, Darren Bush, Keenan Batters, Larry Moody, Blake Bailey. Looking at it here, here is Jacob Smuts in the 2nd position, trying to track down Colby Cooper as we're halfway through Gary Budzine trying to hold off Christopher Monroe for the time being. Coming to 3 to go this time. Cooper is checked out by 0.6 of a second. Almost 7 now as we got 3 to go. This time he comes out of 4. It'll be 2 to go. Budzine's getting pressured here by Christopher Monroe. White flag in the air for your race leader. Kobe Cooper trying to take it down the backstretch. He's got a comfortable lead, almost a full second over Jacob Smuts. Coming out of 3 and 4, going to take the Scott King Design Heat Race win. That is Kobe Cooper, Jacob Smuts in second, Gary Budzine third, Christopher Monroe fourth, Darren Bush fifth, Keenan Batter sixth, Blake Bailey seventh, Larry Moody in eighth. And we are going to go to our B main, getting ready to grid out on the racetrack. Choose the lineup cam. All right, we're not going to go with that camera anymore because it's having some issues. So we're going to go with this camera that we know that works. And there we go. All right, starting on the grid, on the front row for the B main, this is the School of Sim Racing B main. Jeff Fitzpatrick and Jaden Wolf on the front row. Row number 2, Darren Bush and Garrett Boyd. Row number 3, Cody Kelly, and on his outside, Keenan Batters. Starting 7th, Roy Collins. 8th, Michael Stenrus. Inside of row number 5, Blake Bailey. Outside, Roger Wagner. And rounding it out on the inside of row number 6, starting 11th, Scott King to his outside, Larry Moody. I believe we're going to either take 10 or all 12, so we'll keep an eye on the back of the field. We've already taken 10 to the show, so I'm guessing we're going to take 10 and make it an even 20-car field. But we might take 12 and make it a 22-car field. Don't double check my math. I'm not 100% positive, but either way, majority of these guys are going to the show. And right off the bat, 3-car breakaway up front, then a 4-car breakaway. Each one of these cars in pods. 12 laps to decide this B main. Jaden Wolf out front, followed by Jeff Fitzpatrick, Garrett Boyd. They broke away from Darren Bush, Keenan Batters, Cody Kelly, and Michael Stenrus, who have then broke away from Roy Collins, Blake Bailey, and Roger Wagner. And then it's Scott King and Larry Moody. Go up here and take a better look at what's going on around the racetrack. So you can see here's the front 3, and now even Jaden Wolf starting to pull away from Fitzpatrick and Boyd. Then we'll jump back here, take a look at this 4-car battle. You got Batters, Bush, Stenrus, and Kelly in this one. And then we'll go back here and we'll take a look at this 3-car battle between Rory Collins, Roger Wagner, and Blake Bailey. Ooh, Roger Wagner might have got a little sideways there. He's going to fall back into the hands of Scott King and Larry Moody. Coming to halfway through already. We'll jump back up now that we've gone through the field to see how our leader is doing. Jaden Wolf, as you can see, continues to expand on his lead, almost a full 1.5 seconds now over Jeff Fitzpatrick. Let's keep an eye on Fitzpatrick. He's got about a 0.5 second over Garrett Boyd, who's just now coming into your screen. Michael Stenrus has ran up to Garrett Boyd. He's going to start to challenge for that 3rd position, coming to 6 to go, now 5 to go. There is that 9-car of Michael Stenrus trying to drive up here inside the top 3. Darren Bush running all alone here in the 5th spot. 6th and 7th, Blake Bailey, Keenan Batters battling it out. Let's go back here and check on the 10th spot right now. Larry Moody does have it, although it looks like Roger Wagner got back around him. Cody Kelly, Scott King the only two behind him. Did Cody Kelly have some issues? He's pretty far off the pace now. Looks like he might have gotten turned around a little bit. 3 to go. We'll jump back up front to your race leader, Jaden Wolf. Here he comes. Looks like a couple cars got sideways there coming out of the corner. Yeah, Garrett Boyd got a little turned. 2 to go. That allows Stenroos and Fitzpatrick to get around. White flag will be in the air this time. Final lap for your race leader, and he might as well put it on cruise control because he's got almost a 2.5 second lead. Taps the outside wall, just a little kiss there in the middle of 3 and 4th. Coming across to take the School of Sim Racing B main win will be Jaden Wolf, then Stenroos, Fitzpatrick, Boyd, Bush. Round out your top 5. Bailey, Batters, Collins, Kelly, King, Wagner, Kelly, Moody, the finishing order. We're going to head on in to a warm-up session. So while we do that, we're going to thank a few of our sponsors. When we come back, we'll have our A main action on the racetrack. Stay right with us. Welcome back to the Dirt Racing Network. Just wrapping up our warm-up session here before we go to our A main. Jacob Fields currently has the fastest time at 15.04. Take your dirt sim racing to the next level by joining the best sim racing community online today. At the School of Sim Racing, you can learn to drive and set up your car like a pro. With a ton of free trainings and free setups for sprint cars, late models, midgets, and more, it's the perfect place to get your dirt sim racing on the right track. Visit schoolofsimracing.net to learn more today. Thank you to all the sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. Specifically tonight, Edmond Trophy Company, School of Sim Racing, Scott King Designs, Black Diamond Motorsports, Sign It Up, Signs and Graphics, School of Sim Racing, and we're getting set for our presenting sponsor tonight, making the feature possible, Wichita Tire and Alignment. Thank you all for making this possible and letting us do what we love to do here at the Dirt Racing Network, and that's bring you quality dirt racing action. Looks like that's going to wrap up the practice session. Jacob Fields is going to be the fastest. We'll get ready for the A main now, gridding out on the racetrack. We'll show you how they're going to stack up here for this one. Starting on the pole will be Mason Hamill, to his outside, Cole Basso. Row number 2 will be Kobe Cooper on the inside, Jacob Fields on the outside. Starting 5th will be Michael Meek, 6th, Jacob Smuts. Row number 4 on the inside, the 54 of Matthew Westfall, to his outside, the 17 of Buddy Ware. Row number 5 on the inside, starting 9th, Gary Budzing. Starting 10th, Carson Meek. Row number 6 on the inside, Blaze Baker, to the outside, Christopher Monroe. Row number 7 on the inside, starting 13th, Jaden Wolf. Outside, 14th, Michael Stenroos. Row number 8 on the inside, Jeff Fitzpatrick. Outside, Garrett Boyd. Row number 9, starting 17th, Darren Bush. Outside, starting 18th, Blake Bailey. And rounding it out, starting 19th, Keenan Batters, and 20th, Rory Collins. 20 cars, or find those top 3 spots to be the most valuable here in the feature. Dustin Griffiths not making it in tonight. Will not be able to go back-to-back. John Batista, Cole Newhoff, and Zach Rounds. Do not see any of them in here tonight. So it's going to be a new winner here tonight. Mason Hamel finished on the 2nd step of the podium last week, trying to take it to the top step this week. We'll see if he can hold on. We are underway with the Wichita Tire and Alignment feature. 35 laps here around Lanier. Good battle back here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That's Michael Stenroos, Colby Cooper, or yeah, my bad. Colby Cooper, Jacob Fields, and Cole Basso, not Michael Stenroos. Stenroos back farther in the field. Then it's Michael Meek, Buddy Ware, Matthew Westfall, Jaden Wolf, Christopher Monroe, and Jeff Fitzpatrick, your top 10. We're going to keep an eye on this battle here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Your last 2 steps on the podium. Cole Basso trying to work the top side there. Looks like he got a good run there, but Cooper might have been able just slipped up a little bit. Fields is going to go with him to the top side. Here comes Michael Meek in the battle as well. So originally it was only Basso on the top line. Now everyone's gone to the top side. And Cooper's the only one running the low line there in the top 5. Everyone's slid up into that cushion. And I think it's going to be a negative effect for Cooper. I heard some sheet metal crinkling. I'm going to keep an eye on that, on this ticker up top to see if anything changes. Not for the moment. Still Mason Hamel. He's checked out by just over a second. 1.2 to be exact. Then it's Basso, Fields at top 3, Colby Cooper 4th, Michael Meek 5th. Jeff Fitzpatrick was pulled off the racetrack. He might have been the one that got in and crinkled that sheet metal, probably caused some damage. So there's 19 currently on the racetrack. We're looking at the 19th car. That is, now it's showing 20, so maybe a little glitch there in the system, but Darren Bush running in the 20th position. And if things stay the same way as we're coming to complete lap number 10, 25 to go, Mason Hamel is going to start to encounter some lap traffic. Jacob Fields in 2nd, Cole Basso in the 3rd spot, Michael Meek hanging on there in the 4th spot. Colby Cooper rebounded to take the 5th spot. It's pretty evenly spread out when we look at the rest of the field. We'll look at Buddy Ware. He's running all alone. Then it's Carson Meek there by himself. Jaden Wolf starting to catch him with Christopher Monroe back there, just not too far off of Jaden Wolf. Wolf was your B-main winner. And then there's a good battle back here on the 10th place position between Westfall and Stenroos and Smuts and Fitzpatrick all in here. Let's take a look at the 20th place car right there of Darren Bush, and we'll jump up to Mason Hamel. He is closing in ever so close, so slowly. We're going to go take a look right here. We're on board with Mason Hamel here. We're going to watch him try to reel in that 20 car of Darren Bush as he starts to encounter lap traffic. You can see up there in front of him, a little bit more stacked up than what Bush is right here. Here goes Hamel to the outside. Looks like he's going to make pretty quick work of that 156 machine, and he will start to make his way on through. Now encountering lap traffic is going to make things a lot more interesting. We're going to go back and take a look, show you where the rest of the field stacks up. You can see here comes Jacob Fields trying to run the top side. He got around there very well. Cole Basso got passed by Michael Meek while we were on board. Might have had a little bit of trouble. He's going backwards a little bit. He's got Colby Cooper on his doorstep ready to go around him as well. We're going to keep an eye up here, though, because Jacob Fields has started to reel in Mason Hamel for that lead. Lap traffic can play a big factor, and we're starting to see it right now. Track might be changing a little bit too. Fields has found something on the bottom line. Hamill touches that top wall. It might slow him down a little bit. Here we go into lap traffic, and there's slow cars everywhere. 3 wide in front of him. There's Budzine. Looks like the 90 of Fitzpatrick and the 77 of Blaze Baker all in front of him. You got to pick and choose and try to keep the momentum. Jacob Fields to the bottom. Hamill to the top side. They've got around Fitzpatrick. Now they got to deal with Budzine. Fields is going to go to the low side. Hamill kind of caught on that high line. That's what he's been running. But that's where Baker and Budzine are. Jacob Fields uses the lap traffic to his advantage. He's now got the race lead and starting to pull away. And now we got a caution as Jacob Smuts comes around. Let's go back and take a look. See what happened here. Here's Smuts running in that one machine. Slides up the race time track big time that time through 3 and 4 into 1 and 2 this time. Working on Keenan batters. Oh, there's a car around. Was that the 17 possibly? No, it's the 112 of Carson Meek that was around, and one of Jacob Smuts caught a piece of it. So we will reset the order now as we get set to go. Made it 22 laps. That's a pretty impressive run off the start. That was our first caution of the night, given the fact. So we had been cruising right along. Hopefully that continues here for the next little bit. It is. They're saying Mason Hamill up front. That can't be right. There we go. They're going to go double file. That's why it's saying that. So Jacob Fields, Mason Hamill, then Michael Meek, Cole Basso, the top 4. We'll have about 12 laps left to go when we go back. Green flag racing. Jacob Fields, Mason Hamill, Michael Meek, Cole Basso, Colby Cooper. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. It's going to shake things up now that they don't have to deal with lap traffic, and they probably won't get back to it by the time this race ends. So it's going to be straight up mono e mono here, no other factors. Cole Basso, a big slider through 3 and 4. Put Michael Meek into the outside wall. We're going to look back here, though, because Hamill's getting pressured from Colby Cooper, Cole Basso in there as well. Buddy Ware not too far off as well. This tightens things up again once again. Here they come through 1 and 2. Basso dealing with Buddy Ware for the 4th and 5th spot. Colby Cooper trying to get around Mason Hamill to put himself in the 2nd spot. He's holding on to that final podium position. 10 laps left to go. Jacob Fields is starting to pull away. Mason Hamill led most of this race. Now he's trying to fight to just stay on the podium as he's back to the 3rd position. Buddy Ware in the 4th spot. Christopher Monroe in 5th. Cole Basso moving backwards now to the 6th spot. And he's under attack by Jaden Wolf. Jacob Fields just running that bottom line, trying to secure this thing in, coming to complete lap 29. There'll be 6 to go. Good battles here still for the 2nd and 3rd spot. Right now, Colby Cooper able to hold on to that 2nd position by running that bottom line. Here they come, 5 to go this time by. Top 3 staying the same. No changes up front from your leaders. Buddy Ware still holding on to that 4th spot now comfortably. Christopher Monroe comfortably in 5th. Jaden Wolf trying to get around Cole Basso for 6th. It's 3 wide behind him for batters Boyd and Stenrus for 8, 9, 10. Coming to 3 to go this time. Here comes your leader. Jacob Fields just working that inside wall. so close to not clip that inside wall coming into and exiting pit road. You'll see it right here when he comes around. He is so close. You got to be careful not to clip it with that left front tire. 2 to go. Mason Hamill still trying to work that top side, holding off Kobe Cooper. Here they come into turns 3 and 4 once again. That time Hamill had it as a 2 to go. No white flag in the air. This will decide it right here. These two seem to be in it as long as they clean. They'll find themselves on the podium. Here they come through 3 and 4. Jacob Fields is going to take the Wichita tire and alignment feature win. Mason Hamill is going to hold on for the second position. Kobe Cooper in third. Buddy Ware 4th. Christopher Monroe 5th. Cole Basso 6th. Stenrus 7th. Jaden Wolf 8th. Garrett Boyd 9th. And Roy Collins in 10th. Top 3 going to bring them on down here to the front. Get a good picture of them before we bring them on in. That should do. And we will bring up our third place finisher, Kobe Cooper, on up here into the broadcast booth. Kobe, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Sounds like, or it looks like you found a little something on that restart. What'd you find to get yourself up here into the third position tonight?
Just coming back to that restart. I tried as best as I can to get down that moisture, get a little grip going into turn 1, and luckily it stuck for me.
Yeah, you had quite a few lap battle there with Mason Hamill. Pretty clean racing. What did you try to do to try to get ahead of Mason there in the closing final laps?
No, I was just trying to hold my line on the bottom. I knew he was up there. He's a pretty fast guy. I'll say congrats to Fields too on the win. But yeah, I was just trying to just keep my line, stay smooth.
All right. Is there anybody you want to thank before we send you on your way here tonight?
Yeah, first off, I just thank Paints by Boyd, BGI Racing, BGI Sim Sport, DSRL for putting this on, and shout out to my buddy Roger for doing this lead for us.
All right, man. First time up on the podium this season. How does it feel?
It feels good. Hopefully I'm here more often.
All right. We'll try again next week. That is your third place finisher here tonight. Kobe Cooper taking the third spot. We'll bring in your second place finisher, Mason Hamill. Bring him up here with us. Mason, you got a copy?
I do.
All right, man. Second week in a row on the podium, this time back in the UMP mods. What did it feel like to get back in these cars tonight?
I haven't run these things in forever. I've been focusing on the big blocks, probably like everyone else has. And I had to re-download Lanier tonight because I haven't updated it.
It seemed like maybe either your car went away or the track went away from you a little bit mid-race. Plus, you had to deal with those lappers that allow Jacob to get around you. What happened there towards the midway point of the race?
Oh yeah, we caught the tail end of the field, and I just overdrove it. To be honest, I don't know what happened. I let him get by me on the bottom, and then the top just went away. I just gave her all she had up there to see if I could pull him back, but there wasn't much.
All right, man. Anyone you want to thank before we send you on your way here tonight?
Nah, I'm good.
All right.
I got many people.
All right. That's your second place finisher, Mason Hamill. We will get your race winner in here tonight. He's waiting for us. We'll bring him on in. Jacob Fields is going to bring him on into the booth. Jacob, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. You've been on the podium quite a few times already this season. This time you're on the top step. How does it feel to get the win here tonight?
Feels good, man. I feel like I've been close to getting it all season, and it kind of eludes me. So nice to finally get up here.
we heard Mason's take there when he encountered lap traffic. What did you kind of see, and what was your plan when you started to catch the back of the field?
I really, I was riding behind him up top, and I went ahead and went to see how the bottom was, and it seemed pretty quick. And then I saw that we were catching the tail end there, and figured I might as well just go ahead and stick to the bottom. I've messed up and ran the top a few times and gotten caught up in some wrecks over that, so I figured I'd just putt around the bottom, and luckily it was fast enough to keep it going and made it through clean.
Once we got to that final restart, and the only restart tonight, did you know you pretty much had the win in hand?
Well, I had to get a good start, man. These guys are fast, and you got to be on your A game, that's for sure. Mason was right there, as well as Colby, and so yeah, I luckily was able to get a good start, and saw that I was kind of pulling, and yeah, felt comfortable after that. Love the track conditions, nice and slick. I can't get enough of the slick tracks. Setup was nice as well.
All right, is there anyone want to thank before we send you on your way tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank the guys at DNRT, and got to thank Roger and you guys for putting on the show tonight.
All right, that is your winner here in week number 5. Jacob Fields. We'll go through the order one last time. The results up here on the screen. As we mentioned, Jacob Fields taking the race win. Mason Hamill coming in second. Kobe Cooper rounding out the podium. Buddy Ware finds himself one spot short in 4th. Christopher Monroe rounds out the top 5. Cole Basso in 6th. Michael Sender is 7th. Jaden Wolf 8th. Garrett Boyd 9th. And rounding out the top 10, Rory Collins 11th. Keenan Batters 12th. Matthew Westfall 13th. Jacob Smuts 14th. Blaze Baker 15th. Blake Bailey, 16th. Jeff Fitzpatrick, 17th. Gary Budzine, 18th. Darren Bush, 19th. Michael Meek, and rounding out the field in 20th, Carson Meek. That'll do it here for tonight. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We will be back. I'm not sure. I didn't get to ask Roger if they have the Hales Corner Sim Racing Series on Sunday or not. So check out the Facebook page for that. I believe last I knew we were 2 away. We were 30-some Monday night. So we have closed the gap in a hurry. We are going to hit our goal. We just need 2 more people to go to the Facebook page, give it a like, a share, and a follow. The follow most important, so that way you can hit that 10K mark. We'll get that special event planned. I know we talked after the race Monday. Roger was already starting to kind of think about what to do. Well, we'll kick that into high gear, and after the new year, I'm sure we will have a big event to announce because we are going to hit that 10,000 follower mark. Thank you to everyone that's been a follower. If you're not following us, go be that either 999th or 10K or even more as we push forward. We will be back Monday with our 360 sprint cars and again with our up mods a week from today. We will not have our 410s tomorrow. Hope everyone that celebrates it have a wonderful Christmas Eve and a Christmas Day, and we will see you next week. Thank you for watching. And for everyone at the Dirt Racing Network, all of our sponsors, for Roger Wagner, I'm Dom Santina. Thanks for listening, and see you later.